Which Greek god loved to collect animals? Zoos. What's going on, YouTube? Every Tuesday, we rate the Tuesday vendors, which gives us a bunch of scripts, some mythics, some other sets that we can purchase straight out of the gate. And generally, I record them on my lunch break. I give you a quick fire opinion on how good something is. It's not perfect, obviously, because my lunch break is a little bit limited, and it can be a little cattywampus on when it occurs. But I will tell you that there was a lead and a mythic that was discussed, and I was kind of like, yeah, I think it's good. It's not good. It's fantastic. It's beautiful, even. It is an absolutely essential mythic if you want to start killing people. And it's the Monomyth Reforged Mythic. Now, I notoriously said in the video, I was like, hey, fellas, I think this is a good mythic. I think update 47 is going to make it even better because some of the buffs are going to be going away. And, you know, I said it was like an A tier mythic. And I thought that at the time was fair. But then I went and I used the mythic. And to be clear, it's not the popularity of a mythic to me that makes it A or S tier. It's how good it is. So people in the comments rightfully said a lot of people were using it. Well, anytime any PvP mythic comes out, a lot of people use it. Torque of the Alien King, a lot of people use. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's an S tier mythic. But then I used it. So these are the buffs that it gives you. The notable one, while on your primary bar, you get Major Force, Minor Berserk, but then Minor Vulnerability as the downside. And then while in combat on your secondary bar, you get Major Protection, Minor Vitality, and Minor Timidity as the downside. So I looked at this initially and thought Major Force is really good, but does that enough to elevate it to the S tier from the A tier, in my opinion, where I put this mythic? And it is. 100% it is, because you can use Channeled Acceleration, stack Major and Minor Force, which is already incredible. And then you can also have the Shadow Mundus on top of it. You can get Prophecy to boost your crit damage odds. You can also just use attacks that are just guaranteed crits anyway. So you find yourself in a situation where you're just dealing crazy amounts of crit damage. So to me, this mythic is absolutely fantastic. I thought to myself, yes, there's a lot of people using it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good. It just means that it's new. And also, it's also relatively easy to get. In fact, the lead that you purchase right now in the actual Tuesday vendor, which I would encourage you to go get if you don't want to have to do, is the hardest one. You do a public dungeon boss in Green Shade, easy. A Cold Harbor world boss, easy. A Jade Lights Delve boss, base game, easy. And the Tainted Delve boss, also easy. All of these are exceptionally easy. And what's also really nice is if you only have the content pass, if you buy the Dewtone Engraved Band, you actually don't need to own Depths of Malatar. And what's kind of annoying is because it drops from the second boss, you kind of have to farm people or find people who only want to farm for the mythic. Because if not, it's like, well, we want to run the whole dungeon. Who queues into a dungeon just to be like, we'll just run it through to the second one, then we'll keep going. So this is actually a really good one to purchase for 5,000 Archival Fortunes if you have the ability to purchase it. I feel guilty because I didn't recommend it, and when I haven't used a mythic or I haven't seen enough of a mythic, I don't like to recommend that people purchase it because it feels like, hey, this is my recommendation. It's tailored to you watching this video. If you enjoy, this type of content, and for this mythic, it's PvP, big crit damage, big burst damage, being able to completely blow up people. I wish I had talked about it more. That's why I'm making this video to kind of be recompense for, hey guys, this mythic's actually cracked. So, hope you enjoy it. And if you want to see the build in action that I just showcased in this video, check out yesterday's video, because that is me actually testing out the Mythic, which is honestly pretty much inspired by the fact that you guys were like, Jake, this is not an A tier Mythic, this is an S tier Mythic, which generally my audience does the opposite. I'll be like, hey guys, everybody should own Symphony of Blades as a monster set. People are like, it feels like clickbait, you know? Symphony of Blades is only like an essential support set for the majority of people to own, you know? So for you guys to tell me the opposite, I was like, something's going on here. There's definitely a way to use it. I created my own build knowing that, you know, there's fun ways to pop off using Clever Alchemist, Vicious Death, Balorgs, and this Mythic with Trainee. I was like, this has got to be the sauce that we can put it with, and let me tell you, the pasta was cooking. And as you look at the build itself, it's important to note that as you look at the clips there, pretty much our entire buff bar is just filled in those different clips with just tons of different things going on. And we're not in a ball group. We're just with a bunch of random people getting buffs primarily from ourselves. So the ability to use this as an independent Mythic where you don't require other players to give you buffs. It's not like Crypt Cannon where it's not, you know, requires you to work with individuals to do double ultimates. It is a solo Mythic that I think rivals some of the best solo Mythics that we've ever seen in the game, especially for PvP. I don't know if it's going to have any real utilization for PvE, but if you think about it, being able to get Major Force for solo PvE content is going to be very helpful. Now, group PvP content, you're going to find yourself pretty consistently getting Major Force, in my opinion, from Warhorn and other places. But that doesn't mean for solo content, this shouldn't be looked at more, because your ability to stack all of those crit damage, and crit damage is notoriously a pretty good concept for PvE builds, I think I can see some popularity there as well. But everyone, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Does this actually mean that you might go out and purchase this? Because again, this is a very specific Mythic. And if you want to see more builds around this Mythic, I definitely think there's a way to build it in other ways, not just kind of like a fun Nightblade Brawler. Probably I might think of an Archer build might be fun. At my audience, you guys love Archer builds, and I've never made one. So I'm thinking about going like the Archer or some sort of ranged route, because a lot of you guys really like ranged PvP. I think it's also easier to get into because you don't have to worry about reading the battlefield as much from somebody who's in the actual action itself. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I could certainly make something like that for you. And as always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment in the comments below / like on the video. Second thing is just make sure you subscribe. We're 30 subs away from our next subscriber goal. And the third thing is look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to find and comment that word, you will win. Thank you guys one last time. Have a happy Sunday, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.